Hello, hello! Welcome in to episode 7! 7! Of Gilganos playing Dawntrail. Last time! Was yesterday? I don't remember what we did last time. What did we do last time? Oh yeah, we were after Bakul Jaja's goons after they kidnapped Wuklamat, right? Yeah, and we got to know that Kona has a sisterly complex, which is great. Love those characters. Yeah, right. Don't worry, they're just step siblings. Anywho, and now we're here finally with the Yokhui, who seem to be drinking, and they like to be drinking. And they look a little different than I thought they would be, but hey, I mean, that's cool. And yeah, that huge vault behind us is exactly where Valigarmanda is being imprisoned, so maybe we have a trial coming up soon, right? Let's get into it. Everybody waiting for me, including the temple guard. Is it taboo to request entrance to the temple, you think? I don't know. I'm not a local. I'm just a dumb tourist. I would be like, I wouldn't even ask. I would just go past them and be like, sir, miss. You'll need permission to enter the temple, but I expect it won't be a problem for the third promise. Probably. Then again, I guess they do yield to Gulool Jaja, right? Oh yeah, right, they sworn to guard Valigarmanda, right? To Gulool Jaja, so they will probably let her in, yeah. For whatever reason, oh yeah, because of the feet. For a moment I was like, wait, what? Why are we here? Why would we want to go in and disturb the peace of the prisoner? But this is certainly an impressive building. It doesn't seem the sort of structure one would build to hold a Tural Vidral. You think it was just repurposed? Probably. The temple guards have been watching us most intently. One does not stroll freely into Valigarmanda's prison, it seems. Let's see if I can convince the guards to let us through. Shouldn't we just be looking for the Elector first? I mean, they would be telling us what to do, right? I am Wuklamat, third promise of Tuli Yolal, and I see your Elector I seek your Elector for the right of succession. May I speak with Gulool? The High Luminary has granted admittance to the claimants. You may enter. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, that was easier than expected. Here we go then. Yeah, exactly my reaction. Don't step on the traps. Gods, is that Valigarmanda? Probably. Valigarmanda. Hi there. Oh, so that's why it's called the Feet of Eyes, I see. Makes sense now. Welcome. I was just waiting around the corner for his dramatic entrance. High Luminary Gulool. Nope. He is not here. Zormor. He's not here at present. I am Luminary Zormor. I'm sorry, I'm just having fun pronouncing it like that. This is a sky ruin, Valigarmanda. It is. The Tural Vidral whose name has evoked terror since time immemorial. Has evoked. Looks like a nice guy. I don't know why it would be terrorizing you. Even my people, once conquerors of all beneath the sun, were as brittle leaves before Valigarmanda's tempestuous power. When the sky ruin descended upon Urkupacha 8 decades ago, the casualties were staggering. Had Gulool Jaja and his companions not intervened, we would have been slaughtered to the last. Their titanic battle with Valigarmanda raged for 10 days and 10 nights. Oh wow. Oh, so that's gonna be the new ultimate, right? I mean, we know already that next ultimate is gonna be Eden, but 10 days, 10 nights sounds kind of right. I'm still trying to figure out if, you know, like the enigmatic maiden, whom we still have to meet, is part of his posse, because we can only see 7 here. Again, I'm not sure. I think the previous one I saw 6, right? So at least there's 7 here. But it doesn't make sense. We are always 8. So he also has to be 8 people, right? So someone's missing on these pictures, I feel. They got Photoshop out. Was probably his girlfriend, and they, you know, like they split up, and now he just retrospectively photoshopped her out of all of the pictures, all of the memories. As their foe fought on, tireless and relentless, our heroes were pushed beyond the limits of their endurance. Thus did the head of reason concoct a desperate plan. Gulool tricked the Skyruin into losing control of its own ice magics, causing the unwitting Turalvidral to encase itself in frozen ether. Okay, how did he do that? And it's been like this ever since. Nice work, Papa. And now for some reason it will break out. But what happens if the ice ever melts? Well, then he just has to do it all over again. That same question looms large in our minds, for the magic sustaining this prison grow weaker with each passing year. I see parallels to Freerun again, now that I think about it. I know it's probably by coincidence, right? But it's kind of funny that it's exactly 80 years, because wasn't that also, it wasn't Freerun when they sealed away Qual, and then she got back to him and just insta-gaped him? Who knows? I mean, I'm for sure not the only one who read that manga and watched the anime, right? And I'm sure there's some of the devs and maybe even the writers who also read that, so who knows? That same question looms large in our minds, for the magic sustaining this prison grow weaker with each passing year. Valigalmanda commands powers of fire and lightning and ice. Some believe that the violence of the recent storm was the result of those energies slipping free. Oh wow, okay. Impressive. Raging Tempest from Valigalmanda? It's kind of interesting that Valigalmanda was the one that we know, the one trial that we know that we're gonna fight, right? It actually would be fun if it wasn't even the 93 trial, but the 97 or even the 100th trial. 99. But I have no idea what the other ones are, at least I don't. I don't think they ever revealed any of that. Setting future worries aside, you are come to attempt the feat of proof, yes? And the feat of ice, although I can already see what the feat of ice probably is gonna be. The High Luminary chosen elector of the Dawn Servant has left me with instructions for all aspiring claimants. By aspiring claimants, claimants, yeah. Why aspiring claimants? We are claimants. We are claiming. No, we are not. We're trying to. Okay, I can see. Okay, never mind. Potato. You are to scour our forbidding mountains and find the waiting Gurfaller. That is to be your challenge. Okay. Hide and seek. Yay! That's what I thought would happen with the giants in the mountains. Yeah, exactly. Ah, so the search itself is the feat. You've already spoken with my brothers, I take it? I have. Their expeditions are on the way. You're the last one. You're the slowest. Haha. Sorry. Then we'd better pick up the pace. Aye, but we'll need a direction to search in first. Let's see what hints we can gather from the villagers. Well, he said mountains, though. Okay, so I'm assuming the dungeon is gonna be finding... like, going through... Oh, is Thancred gonna make a tunnel collapse on our heads again? In the next dungeon? Yeah, but so I assume the dungeon's gonna be next, and then the trial will be after that somewhere. And I'm assuming it's Valigalmanda, but they might just pull a fast one, and it might be something entirely else. Which would be funny. As large as the Yokui are, seeking blindly for one in the expanse of these mountains would be an exercise in futility. We need more information. I've encountered many extraordinary creatures in Eorzea and elsewhere, but long has it been since I felt such an overwhelming presence, like 1,000 dagger points pricking my skin. Turalvidral sound an awful lot like the auspicious of the Far East. Are they the same thing under different name, do you think? Well, it's all the same, it's primals with different names, I guess. Well, exactly the same, but, you know, like, right. I sense the recent expulsion of a great deal of ether from Valigamanda's prison. The ice will hold for but a few years more, I fear. Gods, Valigamanda is enormous. I know Papa had friends with him, but it's incredible he could hold his own against that thing. Should its prison ever fail, though, we can't expect the old guard to come running. It'll be up to us to save the day. Yeah, us. Right. Maple teriyaki? What the heck? The Feat of Proof. Alfino would share his strategy for information gathering. As I've just been informed, the Feat of Proof requires us to seek the High Luminary somewhere up on these mountains. However, if earlier feats are any indication, we must assume the challenge precludes the Yokui from answering our questions in a straightforward manner. Thus, I would ask that you pay close attention while attempting to divine Gerfurler's whereabouts. Though the giants may not give us a precise location, there may be clues hidden within their words. Such is my theory anyway. Let us see what we can discover. Let us see what you can discover. I am just in for the ride. Oh no. I just need to talk to the meteor marks, I see. The High Luminary? No, I've not seen him today. Now let me ask you a question. That Sprawl who came out of the temple earlier, was that really the third promise? She seems rather unimposing. How is she meant to succeed the mighty Gulool Jaja? Go die in a ditch. Everybody's so mean to it. Well, actually, me included, right? So, maybe I should be throwing stones from my glass house. But everybody loves throwing stones from a glass house, because it's fun, right? It's so fun hearing glass shatter. From what I've seen of them so far, the Yokui seem a gentle and reserved people. Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting to think of them as, you know, like conquerors and subduers. Subjugators, not subduers. Any luck? Alfino? Any brainstorm going on there, up there in your precious little head? When you've finished asking around, we can meet back when we started. That doesn't help, thank you. Asking after the High Luminary as well, are we? Are you? No, I know where Morg is. I actually defeated Morg not long ago, again. So, no, oh wait, you're talking about Gerfurler. Yeah, of course. I know not where to find him, but I do hope you have the opportunity to speak together. He is a great man with a deep reverence for our traditions. These glyphs we carve, for one, he affords them as much value as any treasure we possess. They are records of life's lived. Your arrival, too. I will etch into the stone, that the story of our meeting may endure for untold turnings of the sun. If you are curious about our ways, then I bid you visit Proof, to the northwest of here. This is one of our grave sites. Okay, that was pretty straightforward, I don't know. You know, like, yeah, okay. At Tuliolan? Oh, you are from farther away than that, I think. As for the High Luminary, I can only guess where he might be. He is warder of the Sky Ruin, but also keeper of the Sepulchers, and his duties often take him outside the village. Okay, let's go to the gravesite then. First things first, was anyone able to coax forth a definite location for the High Luminary? Gravesite. Northeast, I think it was. Can I please? Well, not definite, but like 99%. As expected, what then of clues or other hints that might point us in the right direction? It was much more than a clue, come on. I heard that in addition to his usual duties, Gerfurler is also charged with keeping the graves. Exactly. As did I. The Yokui's sepulchres appear to hold a special significance in their culture. But would it be appropriate for us outsiders to enter their burial grounds? Well, I guess we have to. Proof, you say, and he encouraged you to visit the place yourself. He did. Then let's go and take a look. Even if you don't find Gerfurler there, it will give us a chance to learn more about the Yokui. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be where he is, and it's another scavenger hunt, right? But there's probably gonna be hints there, especially with the glyphs, because they were talking about the glyphs, right? The gravesite is somewhere northwest. Dang. Oh, it was northeast. Well, whatever. If I would have looked at the map, I would have probably realized that you can't even go northeast, so whatever. Hell. Not hell. Well, we can leave from that side of the village for a start, shall we? Hello, Krille. The others have gone on ahead to prove, following the trail west. There are sharp drops everywhere, so we're all moving at our own pace. Some of us are not built for craggy terrain. Will I carry you? I wouldn't mind. I thought to get my bearings from up here first, so I don't stumble off a cliff. Why don't you try catching up to Aaronville? He should be able to point you in the right direction. Come on, hop on. I'll just carry you. Or hop onto my little kitten. I can probably carry you around. Oh, this really makes me want to go hiking right now. I love those rocky areas. You know, like when there's not too much of a vegetation. And no ticks in the grass. That's the best thing about it. I would love to go hike there. Oh wow, the heck? The mountain is aflame. Wow. Okay, that's not good, is it? Let me see. It's not quite mountain climbing, but these steep slopes are exhausting enough that they are, actually. Especially going downwards. And if you pack a little more weight like me, then your knees are, ugh, gonna get ruined. Why don't you use mounts, actually? Why am I the only one to have mounts? I mean, I have, like, enough mounts to... You know, they could easily just use my mounts. Why don't we do that, actually? This is gonna make the ice melt rather quickly, I would say. Maybe this is... Oh, oh my god, these are claw marks, right? Probably from Valigarmondo. Now I realize what's going on. Wow. Yeesh. Kinda like Sin. Getting back to 510, right? Take a look at this crater. There is no wood, no trees, not even dried grass, and yet the ground still burns. This must be one of the scars left by Valigarmondo's rampage, as told by the saga. The Sky Ruin's fires are described as eternal flames that can be quenched, as eternal. Flames that can be quenched by neither storm nor time. And here I thought it literary embellishment. But now I've lost sight of Vuklamat. Proof is northwest along the main road, so hopefully she's still heading the right way. These have the look of homes rather than graves, but would seem long years have passed since anyone living resided here. Oh, is that that's not a gravesite, is it? I'm going this way to see if Vuklamat is actually somewhere down here. But it doesn't seem so. Patient Gravekeeper. Ah, you've come. I am surprised. Vuklamat wins again! It wasn't a race. Looks like everyone is here now, so... Greetings, friend. Are you Gerthaler? No, I am not. The High Luminary did, however, task me with providing a lesson on sepulchres to those who came in search of him. Oh, so we are meant to find our way here after all. Are you to tell us who is buried here? No one is buried here in the sense you mean. When a body has served its purpose, we consign it to the flames, then scatter its ashes across the peaks. Moreover, we do not conceive of death as others do. For us, a person does not die when their heart ceases to beat, but only when they are no longer born in the hearts of all who know them. This is why we build our sepulchres before age of or mishap claims us, that we might etch ourselves into the living chronicle for all eternity. This grave belongs to a good friend. His mortal vessel ended its journey some years ago, but he lives within me even now. Up there stands my own sepulcher. That's kinda creepy. Isn't it kinda the... maybe I should know. Maybe I shouldn't talk about other cultures of things that I've learned in Disney movies. You know, like, I don't know a lot about Dias de los Muertos, right, which is the Day of the Dead in the Mexican I think it's a Mexican culture, or maybe just a general Middle American culture. And I learned from Coco, yes, I watch Pixar movies, okay? That it's kind of the same idea, right? That as long as you think about your ancestors, they won't die, basically, because they live in your memories, right? I do think it's creepy, though, to, you know, like, be like, oh yeah, that up there, that is my grave. Okay. As long as it exists, so too will I. I will endure in the hearts of those who read my grave glyphs in the same manner my friend does in mine. Has it always been thus for your people? The conception of existence and death? Continue along this path to the indelible passage. Behold the history upon its walls, and you may find the answers to your questions. This is a gorgeous texture on the floor, by the way. Wow. And that's what we'll do. Your traditions are fascinating, and I'd love to know more. I thank you for allowing me to share them, for in doing so will I remain in your hearts also. I get the feeling they were expecting us. Look at these splendid murals. They appear to depict 4 different scenes. To not only be remembered, but to live on inside the hearts of others. If it's possible, then grandfather surely lives on inside mine. It is a comforting thought. I've never spoken with the Yokhui before, and had no idea they held such a philosophy on life and death. More murals. Let's see. Can't really see too much on that one, I have to say. I mean, that looks like Valigarmonda here, and that looks like a Joker. Not sure if this is a face or just part of Valigarmonda, actually. No idea what that is. Or that. Oh, there's eyes and tears, I guess. Oh, that's the people mourning. Right, those are graves, I guess. Sepulchers. That's beautiful. Hello! A fellow we met at Proof suggested that we come here. Yes, the High Luminary commanded that I watch for your arrival. As the chroniclers of our people, it has ever been my family's duty to pass on the teachings of the murals from generation to generation. They really are magnificent, and together they tell the tale of your people's history. They are the events which shaped us. I would share them with you you continue on your way. Please, we would love to hear all about it. Then I will begin. This first mural depicts a time more than 1100 years ago. An age of great prosperity for the Yokhui. Blessed with size and strength unmatched by other peoples, our ancestors marched forth and brought much of Yogg-Tural under their dominion. Then, when all before them had been conquered, they turned their gaze northwards, seeking to expand their territory and power. Is that someone raising a hammer or an axe or something? Here we see the expedition to Yogg-Tural. Unable to cross the strait by ship, our forefathers set to building a bridge to the northern lands, a ground labor which consumed the greater part of a century. Zormor the Boundless. We still make use of that bridge in Tuliyollal for travel. I can't imagine the patience and dedication it took to complete a work of that scale. But I've never heard of any Yokhui living in Yogg-Tural. What happened to the ones who went north? Look upon this next mural and behold the answer, they all died. The scene suggests that many giants perished all at once. What manner of enemy could have repelled their invasion? A foe unnamed and unseen. When the expedition pushed forth into Shaktural those 1,000 years ago, which is also when the stories of the City of Gold started to appear, right? Its soldiers were felled by disease. Huh. So is that why the City of Gold was sealed off? Like the invasion of the Yokui? They were like, everybody get into the city, we'll release some bacteria, virus, coronavirus to fell our enemies. It's probably, they might be the sealed city, what is it? 900 in Stray. Some terrible illness? No. No virulent plague or newly arisen blight. For the local Tonavafta and Shetona, it was but a mild affliction of the sort that comes with the turning of the seasons. What manifested for them as slight fevers and coughs, however, proved deadly to our people. Out of every 10 Yokui who joined the northern campaign, 9 succumbed to the infection. Those who survived continued to suffer, finding it difficult to sire offspring. Wow, they just straight up chemically castrated them. I've heard of this before. Lacking an inherited resistance, visitors to distant lands can fall deathly ill to diseases a local might shrug off, or just Black Plague. And other stuff. I mean, it's the same. It's kind of funny, because it's actually kind of funny, because when the Europeans discovered America, right? They wiped out, like, I think 90%, right, of the local indigenous people. Not by conquering or killing them, well, that was also part of it. But mostly because they brought over all those diseases that have been festering and, you know, like, brooding in Europe. They brought over all of these bacteria and viruses, etc. to the New World, and nobody had any immunities against it. It was actually kind of the opposite, right? It was the invaders, basically, the explorers, that brought over the illnesses, and the locals didn't stand a chance against those. And now here it's kind of the opposite, which is interesting. It's also the same as War of the Worlds, right? Or in the end, they just defeated because of the bacteria viruses on Earth. These events might also have given rise to the practice of cremation rather than the burial of mortal remains. This final mural depicts the return of our grieving brethren to Orkopacha. The reason they first left, why they had fought so long and pushed so far, was to ensure peace for our homeland. Oh yeah. In the name of peace, go fight war. This undertaking began in ancient times, when our forebears learned they shared the continent with peoples unlike to us in appearance or custom. They feared invasion was inevitable. Rather than meekly await their fate, they decided to strike the first blow. Ugh. Yet as they fought on and on, the old idea of peace drifted further and further away. Only after the disaster in Shaktural and their withdrawal to the mountains did they come to understand. The peace we envisioned had been ours for the taking all along. It was here in the place which birthed us, here in the stones upon which we recorded our days, here in this tranquil life we had traded for conquest and conflict. When you do nothing but fight, it can blind you to what's right before your eyes. And so we return to the present. I trust you found this brief history of our people enlightening. I'm always glad to learn more about my fellow Turali, how you've lived until now and how you wish to live from now on. Then I believe you're ready to proceed. The High Luminary bids you meet him upon the summit of Worqor Zormor. Dungeon time, woo! I had a feeling we'd end up scaling that big old mountain. Well, that's a feat worthy of the name. Follow the trail south of here to begin your ascent, but be wary. Beyond the entryway, the mountainside is home to ferocious beasts, both mundane and otherwise. Well, keep that in mind. Thank you for the warning and the lesson. Finally, we know where we're going. To the top of Worqor Zormor. I'm a little bit surprised as to how intriguing I do think this story so far is, because you know that it's not like in Endwalker where it was the final chapter of this huge story, right? But this one feels a lot like Heavensward and Shadowbringers to me, because in Heavensward and also Shadowbringers, you know, like you traveled with your party through the world, you know, like from one point to another one from A to Z, basically, as in many Final Fantasies usually it is the case, right? Which is why I liked, probably most people liked Heavensward so much, because it had this Final Fantasy feeling to it. There's like a clear, you know, like red thread to follow, right? And what I just realized is so great, what is, I think, so intriguing about this story is that you can see, it's not the case in Heavensward, but in Shadowbringers, you always have a goal in front of you. You always know where you are going towards, and you always know once you reach that goal, something is going to go awry, right? Because we know that there is like 5 Light Wardens in Shadowbringers that we need to slay. We get introduced to those Light Wardens at the beginning of Shadowbringers, and we know, hey, we need to slay all 5 of them. There's always a goal to work towards, and you know, hey, now, next Light Warden, and then I think with the 3rd or the 4th Light Wardens, you know, you see like, start to see like light cracks and be like, uh-oh, this is not gonna go well. And then of course it doesn't go well, and that's the next hook. It's such an easy but simple trope to keep you interested in the story, I feel. And we have the exact same here. We have those 7 stones that we need to get, right? And just like, yes, now I got 3 of them. Let's go on to the next one. Oh no, we got stolen one. It doesn't matter. We're gonna get it back, right? Now just let's go to the next one, the 4th and the 5th and the 6th, and then we exactly know at the latest point where something is gonna go completely alright is gonna be once we have all those 7 gems. And even though that makes it, I would say, a little predictable maybe, I think it's great. I don't know. Well, personally, I'm also a person, you know, like, who likes making check marks off of lists, right? I really like that and love that. So maybe it's just personal bias here, but I think it's just really great to, you know, like, there's no moment where you're like leaning back and be like, well, what's next? Which is kind of the case, for example, in Endwalker, where when the Loporids come in, which I was a little confused. I thought it was kind of the wrong moment to bring the Loporids in. I would have liked them to be patch content, but that's just me personally. I think they kind of did that to have some comedic release, right? I would have liked Endwalker to be super depressing all the time. I would have loved that, but I guess other people's don't, so that's why other people's liked Endwalker more than I did, I guess. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't like it. Endwalker was great, but it's just like I always felt that it wasted some potential there to be, you know, like a masterpiece in my eyes, of course. I still think it's the second best expansion of Final Fantasy XIV, with Shadowbringers being the best for me personally. When you can hear the voice, at last, and you're like, oh, who was that? What was that? What is going on? And then you know, okay, the final days are coming now, right? And then they throw in the Loporids, and you're like, what the heck is this? Well, I was like, what the heck is this? Shouldn't we be, you know, doing something against the final days? So yeah, it was a little all over the place for me. And so far here in Dawntrail, it's like, it's a clear-cut road. It's a clear-cut trail. Ha ha ha. Get to 7 gems. Get to the City of Gold. And then we'll see what happens then. Because something awesome probably is gonna happen then, right? And then we'll see if they can make the gap to, you know, like, keep up the tension. And I personally still think the perfect thing to do would be to have somebody kill Gulool Jaja. For example, Zoralja, right? I think that would be the perfect trope to get over from this scavenger hunt that we're currently on, with a tragic moment to get on to the next, to the second part, basically, of the expansion, right? Where we will be, I don't know what would be happening there, but, you know, he might even be, you know, like, as mad as, you know, like, kill off Gulool Jaja and then declare his siblings, adopted siblings, to be, like, enemies of the state or whatever, right? And then suddenly we would be running away from officials and stuff. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe I might be completely off. I'm probably completely off. It might just be a happy little expansion right until the end, right? Or they might just have a much better idea than I just said. We'll see. If I'd known we'd be climbing Worqor Zormor, I might not have raced up and down all these trails. My feet are killing me. Well. This mountain air is going to be the death of me. What? How long have you been standing there? I was just taking in the scenery is all. Come on, we don't want to fall too far behind Alfino and the others. Wait, what? They are ahead? Really? Wow. Okay. I hope we come across Gulool Jaja on our way to the summit. We still owe him for the troubles he caused to us in Kozamaoka. The true size of a mountain is never more apparent than when you're standing right at its foot. It's probably still quite a while away, to be honest. I cast a rejuvenating spell on Wuklamat. Even our indomitable third promise is feeling the strain of these slopes. I fear I won't be of much use to you as a guide past this point. Even in Tuliolal there is precious little written about the sacred peak of Worqor Zormor. Beyond whimsical poetry, that is. Dungeon unlocked! Worqor Zormor! You remember how the chronicler was saying that the more they fought, the further away they moved from their idea of peace? It occurs to me that if Zoralja is attempting the feat of proof, then he will have heard that same lesson, and he will probably have ignored it. I can only hope that it's made him reconsider his own stance on educating people through war. No, absolutely not. I don't think so. Ba ba ba! Enhanced second wind! Yay! The High Luminary. Morg. Gulool gaze up at the summit of Worqor Zormor.
God, that is one tall mountain. And we're supposed to climb it?
Well, I hope not on the outside. That would be rather brutal. Do we understand it because of the echo again? And nobody else?
He's speaking the old Yokhui tongue. The words are difficult to catch.
He said he wanted to fight.
Though your words are crude and cumbersome, I use them for your benefit.
Your words didn't sound any less crude and cumbersome, but okay.
You are a claimant in this right of succession.
Yeah.
That's right.
Then, if you die, Tuliyola loses a potential ruler.
Okay, so he didn't want to fight, he wanted to warn us that it's gonna be difficult. I guess.
That's a dark thing to say, friend.
Well, maybe he does want to fight.
You don't share the opinions of the other Yokhui we've met.
Yeah, actually, okay, maybe he does want to fight. Maybe he did understand it correctly. And he's like, okay, let's kill them because Tuliyola is blah blah blah.
Grovel before Gulool, Jaja.
Okay, so he's of an extremist faction of the Yokhui.
My brethren and I are conquerors, and we will restore our people to their rightful place as Tural's overlords.
Yeah, not surprising that there is a faction that would want to restore that glory.
You
I was just
think
kind of surprised that
they
we
hate
have
for
never
showing
heard of that
deference to
before.
my father, but they do not follow the man. It is his peace they respect, a peace they always wanted, which they realized could be had right here.
Justifications of the craven. They turn their gaze from our ancestors, from the dream we kept alive for 1,000 years and more.
He talks as slowly as Treebeard.
Unworthy of bearing our legacy, I will reclaim the glory of our people. And our ascension begins with the death of the third promise.
Stop! I don't want to fight you!
Then die on your knees.
Hello.
Opportunistic vermin seek to feast on us, do you?
Is that a thing? The giants being eaten by giant birds?
Your neck will be the first I snap this day.
I mean, I'd assume it's being sent by the Elector, maybe? interesting.
That's right.
Are you okay? Probably gonna be a boss. Or the boss, I don't know. But a boss at least. Ah, come on. It was just a little wind.
Why do
I'm not gonna listen to this. I know this voice actor is
Put
doing
much
a great
thought into
job,
it.
but
My legs were moving before I knew what was happening. I suppose I feared you'd die before we had the chance to get to know each other. Before I could learn more about you.
to what end?
Oh, that's simple. If we're to share the land, it's the best way for us to become friends.
that's not how it works usually. You know, like he's not gonna be like, oh yeah, you're right, let's be friends now. Yay.
How is he?
He'll live. Not quite ready to walk under his own strength, however.
If you could stay and tend to him, the rest of us will continue on to Worqor Zormor.
Good idea. Yeah, right. Leave him alone with the 3
Understood.
bulky giants
Be careful
that
out
wanted to
there.
kill us. Not that I'm doubting Alphinaud's skill, but you know.
We will not forsake our conquest.
As you like. You want to kill me, you're welcome to try. But right now, you might want to worry about your comrade.
On a mountain of that size, there are bound to be creatures even I've never heard of. I'll trust you to lead the way.
Sure.
Then we climb. Gulool is waiting.
Hey, it wasn't even that much off with my Gulool. What's it called? Worqor Zormor? Something like that, right? Let's go! Party assemble! Oh, we already have a party assembled. Never mind. Ba-da-ba, 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 ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Wait, Alize is healing? That's gonna go great. Well, I guess she was a scholar at the beginning as well, right? Well, not really. I mean, she had a book. Oh my god, what an atmosphere! Woo! The choir there, that was great. I just got so much reminded of Mount Gagazet in Final Fantasy X. Just a lot more beautiful. What the heck? Bang, I still haven't resaved my portrait, right? Or maybe it's because I don't have glasses, right? We've been climbing for ages, and we're barely halfway. The real climb starts from here. Yay! Climbing! I'm not one to climb, actually, but... Ruin's Wrath. Look at this. Wow. Why are they burning, though? And electrified. Worqor's Snowarbler. Wait, what? He's healing as a red mage? Worqor! 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 Really? Oh man. What a troll. Imagine. Imagine. Now... red mages being able to queue as healers. Does she actually deal damage? It looks as if she's dealing damage as well, right? Makes sense, I guess also the other healers deal damage. But it looks like she's just using normal red mage spells, so what the heck? I wonder if she actually deals the same amount of damage as a red mage. Probably not, but that would be awesome. I have you now. I hope you always have our backs. You're the healer. Don't forget that, please. She won't, don't worry. I actually wanted to do, what was it? I wanted to do a dungeon with trusts, not duty support, but trusts, right? Like yesterday. And Alphino just let Thancred die when I pulled the second group. It's kind of like, really? You know, like, that's why people don't use the trust system. Because first of all, you have to pull one group after another. And second of all, they deal so few damage, right? Come on, let's pull one more here. And see if Alphino, and if Alize can heal this. If Red Alphino can heal this.
I'll handle the healing.
I hope so. Oh, I'm so stupid. No. Yes, I just did a Kasatsu. What's the hair's name? Dang, it just slipped my mind. But yeah, I used Kasatsu to do a hair, I guess. Nice. A rabbit. Whatever. I feel like nobody else is doing AoE damage, right? But I just saw Briar's Moogle there, I guess. Hey, look, it's a Pokemon. Oh my god. Frosting Fracas. Sounds like an AoE. Could I have moved? No, I'm fine. Bluffle up. Harden. Worqor Terta, use Harden. Wait for it. Now freeze. Wait, what? Okay. Oh, it just slows them down. Okay, I thought it would be stopping them completely, but I guess it just slows them down. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Probably gonna be running the same thing here. I can finally enjoy the music a little more. I don't know, last time was a little more stressful than this time, I feel. Oh wow. Oh my god! That was close. Wait, what? Why do I have two? Did I have hit? I probably got hit by two, right? I thought I had more time there, to be honest. Also, I wasn't sure if she's gonna do the, you know, like the freezing thing again. What? Oh, I got hit by this one, I think, right? Dang, I thought I was out of everything there, but I wasn't. Oops, I missed my mark. Peak performance here. Yeah, I'm a pro player, I swear. No, absolutely not. I wish I was. Well, yeah, it feels a lot quicker than... No, actually, I think the single target DPS of duty support has always been fine, right? It's just they don't do AoE, as far as I know, right? If they would, that would probably be quicker than a lot of groups of players, unfortunately. I mean, there's also players out there who don't know that, you know, AoE rotations exist, I guess, right? For every single job, including healers and tanks. PSA. You know, I like climbing like this. I mean, it's still gonna, it still would be super exhausting to run all of these stairs, but as long as we don't have to, you know, like, climb literal walls on the side of the mountain and still have stairs and stuff, that's not too bad, I would say. Worqor, sucker! Right. Ew. Again, no loading zones. Oh my god, this is Zormor? You've caught up. Seems I've been toying too much with my prey. Bah, that was unintended. Okay. We take the easy route here. We'll have to find another path. Think of it as an added test of your resourcefulness, of your reflexes. Wait. I mean, sure. We just take the glowing thing over here. Interesting. We caught up really quickly. Or he was just really slow. I don't know. Probably. Also, if Zormor is here, then where is Kona? And Bakul Jaja. Although I don't expect Bakul Jaja to be anywhere close, to be honest. I don't even know if Bakul Jaja will actually try to even, you know, like, get the gemstones the normal way. Which is kinda stupid of him. But hey! I guess that's what he's meant to be. Don't pull them out of my Doton, please. Try this! Did she say try this? Okay, sure. I'd try everything you give me, Cryle. Anything, not everything. I see. Oh, Clamot is on that side. What the heck? Okay. I was confused why he was looking our way. Or she, or it, I don't know. I didn't check. I mean, I could basically, right? Yeah, definitely a her. Well, now it's a corpse. Sorry, I guess. Well, I guess I much prefer this to normal loading screens. Wow, that's really great. I love this. They just got rid of the loading areas. What the heck? It's like, that's so unexpected for me. I don't know if they ever talked about this. Also, why the heck? Wow, now we're over the clouds. This is gorgeous. I love how they're doing this. This is ingenious. You know, they still have the areas change around you completely, right? Without loading zones. What the heck? This is so cool. Oh, wow. I was hoping you were the final boss, but okay, I guess here we are. Crystalline Crush. Doesn't that sound nice? Shatters into pieces. I mean, I can see that. Do I want to stand in there or not? I mean, nobody wants to stand in there, so probably not. Oh, wow. Okay. The spell came from the crystals. Wow, there's a lot of talking going on there. What kind of bird can do that? Yeah, exactly. Where are we going? Always have to stand on it. Interesting now. Of course, doing this with duty support, on one hand... I don't like that. On one hand, it makes it easier because you can see where the duty supports are running, the NPCs, right? On the other hand, it makes it more difficult because first of all, if you die, you wipe. You cannot be raised. And second of all, you cannot, because they're just hard-coded to run somewhere. Please don't stand in the shortcut, Clamot. I cannot click it. They are hard-coded to run somewhere, so they might just run into you, even though, you know, like, a player wouldn't do that. So, perfect example of both the ups and downs of doing things like this with NPCs. Thank you, Clamot. Thank you. But I'm not entirely sure why I died there. Oh, I probably got clipped by my own AoE and the ground AoE there, right? because I was traveling through it. Of course, Shukuchi isn't instant, you know, you're still traveling to your location, unfortunately. I do like that they have much better to read messages like this now, because people tend to not read messages whenever they are in combat, especially for like single player duties, right? Where it's like, give Alice your ether, and then people are just like fighting the Warriors of Darkness for an hour until realizing that they actually need to like click on Alice. I like this boss. Why do we... Come on, Cry, you're ranged. Are you kidding me? You're taking the melee spot. Ugh. Whatever. There we go. Come on. I wonder how much of a chaos these fights are. This wasn't even the last boss, right? But this was actually quite challenging now that I think about it. I did hear from the media tweet that the bosses seem to be more challenging now, right? And I'm absolutely all for that. Also, they said that the expert dungeons would actually be more difficult now, right? I mean, this, I think, is already a step up to what we had previously in leveling dungeons, in MSQ dungeons. And I'm all for that, although it's probably gonna be... I do wonder how all of this is gonna play out with a party of players who are here for the first time, right?
I'll handle the healing.
I know, Alice. Thank you, Alice. Don't need to repeat yourself every second boss mob call.
I'll handle the healing.
And there she goes again. I can barely hear Vuklamat for some reason. I'm not sure if this is just like passive battle noises that she's doing. But I mean, I can hear Alice clearly go, I'll do the healing or whatever she says, right? But I feel like Vuklamat, you can also hear her screaming in the background all the time and saying stuff. So I'm not sure why she's so quiet. Well, I guess it is just battle noises. Also, where was Zeralja, right? We only saw Zeralja there, not Zeralja, I think. Well, maybe he was further up ahead, but I didn't see him there. This reminds me of Heaven on High. Gorgeous. Oh my god, I love it. It looks so good. It looks so good. This game looks so good now. Oh my freaking hell. Oh.
Now I'll show you. I'll handle the healing.
But yeah, that was a voice line of hers. So she does have normal voice lines. Not sure if I've heard Cryle so far. A little Pictomancer over there. Another group. Wasn't sure if I should be using a trick attack. But then I did it anyways, it's like, could have done so from the first place. Oh, that's the Elector! That's Blood. You know what I'm talking about. That's him. 100%. Gerfurler, right, that's Bergfurler. Bergfurler. Gerfurler. Gulfurler. Prepare to be tested. Okay. I am prepared. Illidan in background being, you are not prepared. Wait, so that doesn't make sense because, you know, like if he's fighting the Dawntrail, the claimants, he can't just fight all 4 of them in a row, right? It's like the first who's gonna get here is gonna beat him to a pulp, probably. And then he's just like, okay, you win, and the next one is coming up and be like, okay, here we go again, right? I mean, come on. That's a little weird.
Prove you are worthy to rule.
Sure. What's that about?
Chronicles of End. Recount the fury of erupting peaks.
Hey, it's Titan. That's probably gonna be the opposite somehow, right? Or a knockback. Knockback.
Roiling waters. I will take the measure of your resolve.
Yeah, he just keeps pumping us.
Implacable strength of the mountain, be mine!
I got these on it. Alizé, don't worry.
Spirit of my brethren, your
Oh, it gives you buffs.
roars.
Wait, where is it? Up there. Damage dealt is increased. Nice.
That you should endure my fury.
We're gonna use your fury against you. That was a table flip.
Chronicles of End, record the cruelty of merciless storms.
That was cool. I like that.
I'll handle the healing.
Yeah, thank you, Alizé. I'm kinda, you know, like... I hope you do so. We're betting on it. Must be painful, I know, for you to suddenly be reduced to a healer. Don't you run into me, please. They always do that.
Try this!
Pause. Bonk. Try this hammering back. I love it. Dong. It's so cute how she swings the small hammer there. There we go. See, now Zoralja comes in and is like, oh, bing, oh, you're dead. Yay. And then Bakulja comes in and is like, bing, oh, you're dead again. It's like, we did all the work. And everybody profits from it. Carved history is recreated through magic. It's an interesting fighting style. Buklamat, hello? I think I did well considering your opponent. Yeah, you did good. It was very cute looking at you swinging your hammer. That was some fight. Papa knows how to pick his electors. What do you say? Well fought.
Very good, claimant. Once more, I name myself Gurfulur. High Luminary and chosen elector.
I like how he says that.
Servant.
Has a really nice to it. Gurfulur. Not exactly like it. His sounds much better.
You are much bigger than the others in the village.
That's what she said.
All three were once my equal in size, but ever since we were decimated by disease, it is rare to see a child reach our former stature.
You speak of the contagion which afflicted the Shaktural expedition. The one
Expedition?
recorded in your
Yes.
murals.
The Shaktural military special operation? Yeah, right.
It is a chapter of our history that is entangled with the legend of the Golden City.
I've heard that legend originated with the Yokhui. Is this true?
With the visions our ancestors had, to be precise. Preceding the campaign into Shaktural, many were visited by dreams of glittering splendor. They described a paradise that knew neither war nor famine, where people lived lives of eternal happiness. A single dreamer might have been dismissed, but when dozens, if not hundreds, spoke the same, the luminaries became convinced it was divine revelation.
Then the expedition.
Its purpose was to find the City of Gold. Yes, help was marshaled from all the territories under our control. Lands were
Interesting.
scoured on a massive scale.
Everybody wants to get to El Dorado.
Ah, little wonder the legend is so similar across Tural. Those involved with the search would have passed the stories down to their children.
Another claim.
The heck?
I see. I will test your worth, as I have tested those who came before.
Those.
you.
Nah, maybe Zoralja was here before already. High potion. Have fun.
Here and now, I think he means.
We wait for you at the finish line. And there's the solution to the enigma as to how he is able to do that. Drugs. Whew.
your sister's success in performing the feat of proof. You both shall be rewarded.
Yay!
Three to go.
It's kind of interesting. You would think that, you know, like the shine of the gemstone would kind of indicate that you cannot separate it again from the tablet, which is why I was a little confused when I saw that Bakul Jaja just took the gemstone in itself out of the tablet. Right? He just held the gemstone itself without the tablet when he stole it from us.
How glorious it would have been to race thee and thine to the summit. Though mayhap not whilst being hounded by Bakul Jaja and his minions.
Oh, so he is here, okay.
Again, that swine shows his disdain for the right.
Alright, let's turn around and give him a beating. You know, like, kick him off a cliff after taking the gemstone back.
Strangely, despite his eagerness to antagonize us, he withdrew as soon as we fought back in earnest. I cannot fathom what he was trying to achieve.
I think he's just delaying you for Zeralj, or for Sarilja at least, right? That's what they were hinting at. I mean, it might also be that he's just a hussy, and he's just like, he's actually not that strong, but I mean, he did win the tournament, right? So he's probably quite strong, and he's also stronger than Wuklamat, obviously. I think he really is just to delay all of us.
Note, I'm also curious as to why you chose the peak of Worqor Zormor for the conclusion of this feat.
Because it is quite a feat. That's actually the first real feat that we did in this ride, I would say.
Does this location also hold some special meaning for your people?
No, ignore everything that's around us here. Everything that looks like sepulchres and a temple in the background. This has no special meaning. It was just decorations, you know, like stone towers that I built while waiting for you because I was so bored.
Yes, it is a place of great significance.
All these monuments. Is this a burial ground?
It's all just...
Luminary before me is enshrined in this earth.
Oh, okay.
Alongside them are the heroes who bravely stood their ground when Valigarmanda brought ruin to Urkopacha 8 decades past.
I just wanted to say the whole mountain is just, you know, like sepulchres onto sepulchres onto sepulchres. It's just one huge sepulcher, I guess. That's why it's so big, because Valigamanda killed so many of them.
That explains why there are so many.
Where did you go? What?
Zorolja, I should have known you'd arrive here first.
I mean, it was obvious. He was right in front of us when we climbed the mountain, but my question is, why did he go to the temple? I mean, maybe the Elector told him something else.
Third promise. How relieved I am to find you in good health.
Right. Not suspicious at all that you're just blabbering that out right now.
Zorolja, you bastard! I should end you here and now!
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Remember where you are. You will mind your conduct, or you will leave.
Okay.
Right.
Right. Frightened little kitty.
Sorry.
I see no reason to delay further. Show me my father's sepulcher.
Papa has a grave?
Interesting.
Upon this monument are inscribed the names of those who sealed away the monstrous Valigarmanda, your fathers included.
Not just all of them. Okay.
Gulool Jaja, Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace.
Look at this one. Kettenram, navigator
Oh.
of uncharted oceans.
Kettenram? The Laminsan explorer? Does this mean he joined Gulool Jaja on his travels?
How many times is Alisaie speaking in this expansion? It feels like it's been so long since I've heard her voice.
Kafkiwa, seeker of the unknown. How strange to see your name here.
It was unheard of to build living sepulchres for those who were not Yokwi. But their great deed demanded recognition.
Kafkuya. Is that the enigmatic maiden, maybe? And he knows her?
Master of resolve and reason, champion of peace. Papa really did some amazing things.
He carved his path with martial skill.
Yet it was clever thinking which allowed him to trap Valigarmanda within its own ice magics.
Martial skill and clever thinking.
Two things you lack. Sorry.
I can't compete with Zorolja's mastery of the Head of Resolve's techniques. And when it comes to knowledge, Kona's the one who most takes after the Head of Reason. Is there anything that I've gotten from Papa? Something I do better than the others?
Heart of the people. Oh, love for peace. Yeah, that's the same.
Of course.
The realization there,
Papa's
really.
love for peace, for his people. That is what he's given me. And I'm fighting to preserve the peaceful Tural he built.
Who knows, maybe they will form a triumvirate in the end. If, you know, like, Zoralja will be driven from his warmongering ways. Trial, 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 trial. Oh yes, baby.
What the hell was that?
Exactly what you think it was. Look at that blazing sun.
You must return to Warlar's Echo immediately.
And I didn't even put on any sunscreen.
Valigarmanda has broken free.
Yeah, so much to your few years.
About the unholy sound.
Trial. Why did only I hear that? What?
Is free.
We need to get back.
Crisis, crisis,
now.
crisis.
How fortuitous. We have been gifted an opportunity to outpace our rivals.
Huh. I don't think Zoralja shares your thinking. Oh, he does. Interesting. Wow. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, but unfortunately this is where we're gonna end it for now, this episode of Gilganos playing Dawntrail. Thank you so much for watching! So yeah, wow, can't wait to... Well, I'm just gonna keep playing and defeat the next trial right now, but I guess you'll have to wait for a bit. So sorry about that, but yeah, it's gonna be too long of an episode if I don't do that. So yeah, next time we're gonna fight the big birdie. That's gonna be fine. Well, at least I hope so. I mean, I'm still not 100% sure that we'll actually fight him now, but it would make sense, right? It might just be like, oh no, we cannot fight him now. Maybe we'll have to fight him in 5 levels, right? But I'm pretty sure we're gonna fight him now. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And yeah, wonder how that's gonna turn out. So yeah, I'm still wondering if Sarilja actually did unleash the beast and then sped up that mountain. But I guess we're gonna find out next time, right? So it's really weird, the dynamic between Zoralja and Sarilja, because Sarilja just seems to be, you know, like doing whatever he pleases, that he thinks is the best for Zoralja, of course, for his adventure, even though it doesn't seem to be on the same wavelength as the thinking of Zoralja. So then again, they did just go off together, right? So, well, we're gonna find out. So yeah, until next time, don't forget to always GG. Have fun. See you next time. Until then, bye bye.